Oh Lord, it's sad. Now last night, shut up. No, this whole thing in my phone got my nerve. Put it on mute, please. Yes. All right, so we're gonna talk about Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey passed away. Was shot in L.A. I don't know all the detail. I was trying to say the video, like do a video about it later on, but everybody's jumping on it. And this is sad because we had Excision passed away last year. I think another brother passed away down there in Dallas. And another one who's a rapper over some near Dallas. He was alive though. The light skinned dude, yellow something. I forgot his name. Then Toker, Chicano rapper who was friends with Eazy-E, got shot in Mexico. I don't know, man. Of course, we have people who pass away of natural death, or commit suicide. We had Aretha Franklin. We had was it DJ Red something? Not DJ Red, but I forgot his name. He's one of the founder Yellow Boys. I forgot his light skinned brother. He died 2000 right after Aretha Franklin. Then we had who else? A bunch of people passed away. Lord Jesus, so many people. Of course we had James Ingram. And no, I haven't. I'm still trying to figure how I'm gonna do that video, y'all, because it's a touchy video. And then we had the guy from Kiss St. John who passed away of a suicide. He was still suicide of his son who passed away a couple years ago. He's on soap opera, Young and Restless. And me and him, we talked about that. We debate about the word mulatto. No, I'm not letting that on. My heart goes out to that brother. That was one of my favorite actors on soap opera. I looked up to him. Keith Hampton Cobb, who played Noah on All My Children. Of course, Shamar Moore. And then, of course, the white guy, Michael Knight, Michael E. Knight, who played Tad Martin, okay, on All My Children. So, and I've got that brother, kind of bright skinned. He married to is it Sarah Richardson or Sandy Richardson? Her husband. He played. I forgot. He played Terrence on All My Children. He also was in the movie with Vicky Fox with Nora's hair. I forgot his name. I found him on Instagram too. Sally Richardson's husband. Okay. Well, anyway, now I got to see some men of color on it besides also him and Mark Casellos, who's Kat Ripper's husband. He was born in Spain, but he part Mexican. He was Mateo on All My Children. He married Kat Ripper. Kat Ripper was Haley on Adam Chandler's daughter and Trevor's niece. She went and Janet Green got, yes, the OG Janet Green. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't forget you. Oh, I love some Janet Green. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the subject. I do believe it's gang related. Let me explain why. This is my opinion, so don't quote me. Don't say I see and I got someone name in their mouth. I'm American. I have a right to have my opinion. So I wasn't there in Los Angeles. No one did not DM me and told me anything. This is my speculation. Okay? Like I said about Excision, yeah, it was 3 brothers that killed Excision, but I believe they'll pay by KK. I'm sorry. Because when Excision came out and did a video with the white boy getting lynched, as a message, whether it's your son being lynched, stop killing us. In that video, KKK, yes, they threatened Excision. But anyone know in the drug game, CIA, Reagan, and Bush was involved, and I wish I had someone like Fear Ricky to come in and verify what I'm saying here. Not Rick Ross, I said Fear Ricky, because you had white supremacists involved in the drug game, and In KKK, Ku Klux Klan, you have another racist group that works with in the prisons. Like I say, their name. Everybody know what I'm talking about. It caused a lot of black and brown racism, by the way. So this is, when it comes to money, they will work with any race, even if they hate them. Okay, especially it's biological warfare to cause death and genocide to people of color. And that includes African American descent and Hispanic and everything else. Now, and this was going on. A lot of folks don't know this. That if now this, I say I believe that the Ku Klux Klan set up Exxon to get killed by paying some brothers. Anybody would do for money. Okay, I mean bring up Kanika Jenkins. But you see there's a connection of the man who owns the hotel, okay, Crown Plaza, along with Trump and people who in the hood, okay, I've actually said. So now you see why Chicago was the R. Kelly and Jesse Smith. Look, if the people corrupt, okay, in the city, in the hood, look at the people who run the city who don't live in the hood, okay? So when it comes to Nipsey Hussle being shot, killed by some gangsters, y'all forget that y'all got to do education. Why you think gangs run LA? Why you think they also infiltrate the police department in LA? The Biggie and Tupac murder exposed that, along with the O.J. Simpson and Ronald Gold and Nicole Brown's murder, along with the Mark Farman. A lot of the gangs have connection with the LAPD. And that with the Biggie and Tupac murder and the O.J. Simpson case exposed that, Rodney King as well. A lot of folks forget that Gates was a Klansman who got the Ku Klux Klan type white racist people from the South to be head of the LAPD back in 60s and 70s. That's why it caused a lot of racism. We have coconut coons, African and Hispanic, cotton and straw picking folks who work for LAPD who turn on each other and turn against their own community to cause to get checked by the white supremacists that work LAPD. Even that light-skinned brother did not, who was a LAPD chief, told that white man who did the investigation of Tupac and Biggie murder, who also was killed, and I believe that there was people in the department killed him. Police corruption, whistleblowers, who the light-skinned man to see Biggie or Tupac as brother, not of a colorism. It was, well, I'm getting the check by the government. I ain't gonna sit here and snitch on the people, because they used that Mark Farman, because that Mark Farman was a racist who did harass African and Hispanic folks and lied on oath that he used the N-word when he actually told that white woman on O.J. Simpson case that he did, which is why O.J. Simpson got let off. Of course, I don't believe O.J. Simpson killed him, Nicole Brown, not because African said no. I believe he did beat Nicole. However, we see evidence of false records of Nicole Brown Simpson talking to her mother while he's on the plane in Chicago, going to Chirac. By the way, yes, going to corrupt. Cook County, yes, okay. So there's why in hell that O.J. Simpson killed Nicole and Ronald Goldman when he's on a plane. That meant not her stepson, because I do believe that Jason had something to do with the murder, along with two white dudes she was fooling with, one Glenn Rogers and the other Joe Dope dealer. The BBC, I ain't talking about no anatomy, I'm talking about the British Broadcasting Channel, exposed, because I love their documentation of, like, that's what got R. Kelly in trouble, y'all, before Lifetime. The BBC is not always trustworthy, okay, but they news and documentation are very accurate compared to United States. You lot of racism and bias and one side story, like they talk about the Michael Jackson thing with HBO. But the BBC, the British Broadcasting Channel, has a very accurate way to cover news compared to the United States. I will give them credit on that, because when I saw that, I said everything I said, it showed that O.J. Simpson was more innocent, and the reason why, not on color, with the media did not tell you, okay? All right? So they just use satire and they use people's opinion and pose. I mean, just for example, not everybody identifies white and black, but back in 1994. They and why and I'm like, well, of course people see me as black, but I'm also mixed with white and American. I have Spanish origin. I didn't know the Spanish origin in my roots, but I don't deny. I don't go with one drop rule. So if I did a poll, I'm just not gonna call because and then you have people Hispanic. Yes, you have it's not a race. We have a mixture of black and American. You know, Spanish and African descent. You might have someone check white or check black, whatever. But they don't. If there's someone that's smart, say, "I'm not doing this poll. I want to be not just as Latino." You know what I'm saying? Or Asian, or they. I mean, the way how news that's what many pissed me off. And I would let you know, up in 2006, I didn't have no opinion on OJ case. I believe I wasn't there, which I wasn't there, and I was at my grandma dealing with issues right after I called laws on her in '94. Okay. Do that knife thing I told you about my other video. And so I was still recupping of that after the CPS took us aside, so the police department in our area. Because I know I can't trust them. Besides other things. But truth man, when it led to the police chase and all that, I had no opinion. First I kinda believed that he was innocent. Then I believe he was guilty because of the scenes of the Cole's pictures being beat up. But when you start seeing people, and I did pay attention of how the Brown family and the Goldman family was on his side up until Rivera came there and they was against him. They're stupid. And then it started being about race. I'm like, I ain't taking no side. And like I told you, what made me believe that he was innocent was watching is it Dr. Jefferson? Williams? Dr. Johnson's video on YouTube about how the phone records that show Nicole Brown Simpson not being murdered, talked to her mother before she was murdered, in the record showing that OJ was on the plane to Chicago when she got killed. So that's no way he can help unless he set her up, and of course the book by William Deere, a white man in Dallas. I have that book. I haven't read it yet because I have so many books to read, but one of these days I hope I get a chance to read it. That I bought on Amazon 2 years ago that showed that what it shows on it, baby. I'm trying to think. That this white man said OJ did not do it, but he has the knife because he went to the storage of Jason Simpson, and Jason has an attitude problem. So I'm not trying to take away from the murder about Nipsey Hussle. I want folks to understand. So LAPD and media covered this up, and of course the focus was on race and how OJ got off. Was Mark Foreman lying about planting evidence, and also lying about the N-word, and there's evidence he talking about bad about Mexicans and mostly Hispanic and Mexican descent, and also African descent people, and beating up, in which I'm surprised his behind ain't locked up because he admitted that. So that's official oppression. So LAPD is corrupt. You might say, well, you said that that was good. They were locking up the gang of Africans and Hispanic. The reason why I said that Hispanic, when you play with fire, when you do the devil's work and kill innocent people, beat up people like what happened to Cheryl Green, okay, the sister that was shot by two Hispanic. Actually, Hispanic was part Belizean and part Mexican. His dad looked more like her. But he got Jonathan Ferraro. He got killed by a true Mexican, okay, American, okay, while he was locked up on death row. But he was, he killed that sister with black and brown races, and then you had LaQuisha Jones beat up that, Latino elderly man out there acting a fool. And when you start to see and I do support the ACLU up until I see hostile environment on both groups. Oh, hell no, I'm not signing a petition that you stop the LAP. When the LAP not around, is gang members of African descent and Hispanic fighting each other, calling each other N-word and the B words. No. Don't whine about Trump. You're acting just like his white supremacist followers, okay? So anyway, but no, LAPD has been corrupt. Mount Fiji from the Global Rats who used to fight Big Bad Mama. That's how I learned how to do voodoo from Big Bad Mama 30 years ago. Well, I don't do voodoo no more. Of course, I leave that alone. Back in the day, Mount Fiji, Samoan. Besides the Rock's grandfather, his dad's side, mom's side, excuse me, my dad, in the Rock, he part black, part Samoan. She was a Samoan wrestler, Emily Doyle. They was attacked by LAPD. And 30 years ago, 89, and then 2 years later, Rodney King. Okay, so I don't support that at all. What LAPD did, they wanted me that I lost, and they got some apology by the LAPD. But when it comes to gang members, you gotta understand that they got a foot in there along with Ku Klux Klan. So why I said it's gang members did 910, but this hold on, I ain't finished yet. You in a city where crack cocaine was made. And it was not made in the hood, and we all thought it was. That it was somebody in the hood got some cocaine and some baking soda and made this. No. And I see why Michael Jackson's daughter was abused when she was dealing with issues with his death. I think she was also raped to my parents. And you see the same place that Michael Jackson had his nose surgery. And probably was getting all false information about the nose. I don't trust. And I always wanted to go to school to UCLA when I was younger, 30 years ago. No, I'm glad I never did. That's what crack cocaine was made. And you have Dr. Jolie West, who was a weird, evil doctor, who gave medication to African young men and Hispanic men who came from broken, troubled houses, who came from gang members, and they was more racially violent after they took the medication. And I know as a bipolar and ex schizophrenic disorder, those medications, while I'm off the medication, so I'm taking herbal and vitamins, no. Those medications make you worse than who you are. And when I was on the drug in Vegas, that's why that dark-skinned sister who married to this man was trying to get me fired. And how I met y'all know about that 2000, and then I had snitch on her ass. And the other sister, the big sister who lied to both of us, what they were doing to me, actually sexual harassment, way before they tried to get me fired and trying to write me up so many times. Anyway, but the medication did make me also not perform well on the job. And, so I got rid of that doctor until I snitched on his behind and almost got his license took away in the state of Texas. Oh, he's from New Orleans. That's the one who's Italian, 910 Creole. Yeah, that fool. So anyway, that's another subject. That old crazy evil fool. And I heard he got schizophrenic disorder as well. And bipolar. What the heck he doing? A doctor since his behavior act going along with his practice. Let's get on. When it comes to LA, we call it those people, Dipsy. The medical mafia that white man exposed that we need to take vitamin D because it's because if we low the deficiency in the vitamin D, they have drugs and stuff for us to die and food processed in the hood and stuff. Okay, when the white man came out and exposed, okay, they doctor, okay. Only thing I didn't like him attacking Black Lives Matter, but he got a point. And this is why I shop at Whole Food store. Okay, I do see minorities, people of color, African and Asian, Hispanic, whatever, at Whole Food store, but mostly white people. Notice that that the food is expensive there. They have organic stuff, herbs and vitamins. Last time I've been to emergency room, y'all, was when I hurt my ankle. Okay, which is recently. Okay, I had to go to the hospital. Okay. I had to go to, and I still had a bill that I had to pay, okay? A huge bill. Recently. But I ain't been to emergency room in years. And after I've been going to a Whole Food store, my drug dealer is Whole Food store, because I had muted in my apartment. I don't need plasma. I didn't want to keep on taking my medication or pump because you have to wait 7 days, and that's my other hustle. So don't need plasma. So I don't want to mess with that. So I started taking black seed oil. Black seed oil is very expensive. And I started ordering online and also buying it on the store. I also go to Whole Foods to buy some other stuff as well. So I'll buy some pills and stuff. And also I'm buying some pills for my concentration. That's why I can able to do these videos and retract and remember that too. Okay, I take ginkgo biloba. And then the one thing, speaking of ginkgo biloba, because I have a good memory, which is have a memory, y'all. Okay. And to be cheap, I go to the Dollar Tree and buy ginkgo biloba. And my doctor, my last doctor that I don't go see, who's a white man, would always tell me, "Are you still taking ginkgo biloba? Can you do that?" I'm like, "No, it helps me concentrate and do our work good. I'm not stop taking it. What the heck?" And so it has a lot to do with this biological warfare. Why do you want me to stop taking ginkgo biloba? And what it helps me concentrate, focus on things to get things done. And I take Cola as well. Why these doctors don't want to take the herbal medication, they want to take the mechanical? So because they want to cause a biological mess in your system, in your head, whatever. And I started to look at that. And when I told my doctor off, the white one off, because he one time yelled at me because the train caused me to be late to go to the clinic. And I got mad. I don't want nobody yelling at me. When I saw that attitude, he was trying to be nice compared to the Creole Italian one, okay? Next thing I start seeing that my life is not, it's still stuck. I'm still stuck. I got my own place, but I'm not where I really want to be, okay? Economically. What's going on? So when I found out later on that I don't, when I found out that, what trying to find out? When I found out that my life is not where it is and I'm unhappy, I'm not getting support I need, that's when I start to get upset and say I'm not taking medication no more. And I never forget, he started crying. And I thought I was evil. But then someone told me, is he crying about, and I'm glad that my homegirl, I'm going to say who she is, and there's no scripture on her, she working as a pharmacist. And she said, when 19, he's crying. No, she don't work in Emirates. She works some other place. I said, what company she work for, a store, whatever. Leave it alone. She told me straight up, she said, he crying 19. Recently, he ain't going to not get $200 a month over you. I say, you actually right. You actually right. He not crying. And then when I took the medication, he changed a year ago. Show us, in February and March. That medication had me scared. I had 2 jobs. I had to call in sick at my security job and my cleanup job. I couldn't make it Monday a week. Y'all, that's how bad I was scared to come out the bed. It was a harsh, tranquilizing mess. I did research on the end. I said, what the, this is worse than Vegas, y'all. So the reason why I'm bringing this up about this man's death, about my situation, is biological warfare. So why do I think it's gang related? Didn't I just say that UCLA was made by crack cocaine? Crack cocaine was made by UCLA, Dr. Jolie West. You have a government that infiltrate the gangs. A lot of folks know in LA, the gangs were made towards Africans and Hispanics because they didn't want the Black Panthers and Brown Berets, and also if they are Puerto Ricans in LA, young lords, or the New York, to go against the status quo. So drugs and gang was to keep the community distracted. That's why they had the right. Understand, so it's not just brothers in gangs, or maybe a Latino brother involved too. They got somebody that don't look like them. They got money and live way better than them folks who are organizing that mess. Thank you. So, did I say a medical mafia? Did I say a white man told us on YouTube that even Vice Show brought up, but I saw it too because I followed this herbal and stuff. Remember, I ain't been to the emergency room a long time. I just say that my drug dealers, it's the Whole Food store. It's my main drug dealer, okay? Besides GNC. Herb vitamins help you live longer. They're way better than in mechanical pharmaceutical drugs. And you can, and also I have a habit combining the two, which will have a better effect in my life. If I have a cold, I will take a cold medication and use vitamin C and echinacea, the herb echinacea together, and baby, the cold's gone. Do you get my point? I'm using black seed oil and other vitamins as well. And understand that stuff that's what keeps me from going to doctor. I ain't been a doctor, medical doctor in years since they told me at Harris Health that I made too much money in Obamacare. I did Obamacare back in February 2000. I'm telling my business 2016 when Obama was president. And Obamacare $200. That's above my rent. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm a flex and makes it. I'm not working every day, wherever they need me, okay? So that's why I had to get another job, working 4 jobs in 2016. Mason was the primary one before they let me go, and it was security, 2 security. One was temporary, one was the other one. The other was working. What was the other one? Then I help out the bar in Halloween season and act. So y'all get my point. So I mean, yeah, I made a whole bunch of money in 2016. Yes, I did. So understand that. You know, and when I was working at Macy's, you get paid a week, and you making $9. It's funny in Walmart, you get it's 12, 10, or whatever amount of money. It ain't no 9, and it's cheap at Walmart, but at Macy's it's expensive, and they get paid $9 an hour. Normal employees, not the managers. That's weird. But we get paid every week, and you know that money, that check is gone. Okay, yes, okay. So understand the reason why I'm bringing this up. That man. And I had to relate to my situation. I'm trying to make a video about me. That means about to expose how Dr. Selby would cure AIDS, right? The people don't want us to know the cures, the herbal. And I just said that when you go Whole Foods store, who you mostly see at, I mean, still white wealthy people. Have you know at McDonald's, dollar menus are cheap, and that's fattening. They can get you sick. But they have expensive organic restaurants in wealthy white neighborhoods, and that's expensive, which is a good food. They're even trying to stop folks from buying with EBT cards, T-bone steaks. That's healthy compared to the BS in the hood. In the food in the hood, they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, they was trying to say that the coconut oil was healthy, but when they got healthy, because everybody used it, I use it on my body, my hair, and I have coconut oil spray. I use olive oil most for cooking. And they trying to say that coconut oil is bad for you. Now, whoa, I feel like, what you say, witness? You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to play games. So it was good when the white folks wealthy was getting them. But when folks in the hood, African and Hispanic get it to be healthy, all of a sudden you want to say, what type of olive oil to get. Like everybody said olive oil is expensive. Being that's the sister here, dark skin sister with her white daddy. Her family from Caribbean, but her mom part white and black and French and like light skin, but she came out dark because of her father, okay? Talking about the sister who thinks she know everything. Nobody, my homegirl's the mama, but me and her got into it before. Before we got into it, she's smart with a degree and everything. But I was trying to let her know that you go Walmart and get your olive oil, and they have the Walmart brand. They don't have you don't get the regular brand and cook fried chicken. This one here, I said, no, I'm not cooking. It's too much oil. I said, can I please talk? Since you're trying to, you can go get a big bottle for like $7. It's a big, y'all don't talk about the Walmart brand, not the regular brand. And you can use it to cook you some olive oil chicken. So you get my point. And I just get laughed at for cooking like my cakes. I guess I put olive oil in my cakes. When it says put vegetable oil, I'm not putting no vegetable oil. Vegetable oil will kill you. That's why everybody got heart disease and everything else. Use olive oil or canola oil or coconut oil. So do you get what I'm saying? That's the point. A lot of folks don't know that. So for example, I look young. Y'all see my pictures? I don't look like no 40-something-year-old man. I'll be 40 this year. Because I eat healthy, take herbs and vitamins. I don't smoke no cigarettes. I don't smoke no weed, no kush. I don't do that. Okay? I don't drink a lot. I've never done drugs. Okay? So the point is, don't do no crack. I laugh when these white people become my channel talking about I do crack. Never did in my life. And maybe some stupid brother they sell and pimp for crack, but not me. Anyway, so point is, what I'm saying is that this man instead of focus on talking about bitch and hoe and nigga, okay, the destructive things, this man was doing something positive to expose that healthy, organic, natural herbs and vitamins that we need to use, okay? It's good for us and it can cure a lot of diseases. And Dr. Shelby was one of the doctors that he's trying to expose. And I believe they killed Dr. Shelby back in 2016. And it's weird. I'm glad Trey, the king, How y'all brother over there in Houston. Both of us are Houston brothers. Although he was living in LA one time. Said the same thing I said about that thigh Lisa Lopez. It's weird that she died. And folk was trying, I ain't trying to bring Suge Knight up in here, but folk back in, I'm forgetting back in 2002, because she started working with Suge Knight and he went by the name Nina, okay? And they was trying to say she got set about, he had nothing to do with that. And he ain't got that much power in Honduras, not that I know, okay? You remember, but I don't think they know. She was exposing to the world how to cleanse her body and be healthy. Remember, she did all the drinking. She started drinking, and that's how she burned at her man's house. That football player from the Falcons, okay, and he was cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? And, he was intentional, but she got drunk, and that's how it happened. I remember back in the 90s, okay, and because her father was drunk, as well, and she was trying to get away from that and use something healthy. She's in her 30s, okay, very beautiful woman. And she was trying to get away from that ratchet part of her, because she was like the ratchet, don't think she was ratchet one in the group, okay, in TLC. And so she was trying to get out there and involved, and she was, and it's weird that she was killed and not the other girls, and it was filmed on that. Remember, they did documentary. So my question is, I like to investigate the women in the car with her, the one she was trying to help out and get a new group, okay? Because she had Black already, being a new group, and actually Natina from Black, she was killed in a car accident. I think her other sister was, and the other guy hurt. Yes, I don't know what's going on down there. Rest in peace. But Dr. Selby, and then you had to Star Bree situation. She was one of his girlfriends. And she was identified the herpes thing. And that was shook Cardi B. Okay? And I guess, and so what happened is this case, I will elaborate on another video because I got 32 minutes on this one. Okay. I ain't trying to load my phone with too many videos because I'm trying to keep some room in my phone. But the truth of the matter is, I'm still on the strike of that Mariah Carey, which there was no copyright infringement. That's why I can't do live stream right now. But point is, what I'm trying to say is that she said, she mentioned Dr. Selby, and I know he tried to cure AIDS. He did cure AIDS, and they tried to say he was a fraud. And I remember I did a video about that too. And Michael Jackson had interacted with Dr. Selby. Yeah, a lot of folks don't know this too. Speaking of Michael Jackson documentary, you can talk about that too. So Dr. Selby, shout out to Afro-Latinos, and he was part Haitian and part Honduran. This brother here had a lot of cures, natural stuff. And when that thought was going over there in the documentary, they made not VH1, but it made like he was a cult leader, okay? So I was like, why is she going down to Honduras to deal with a cult leader? You know what I'm saying? The way that's what I thought. But no, this man, I think he was into the Santeria, I think so too, I believe. But he did have some truth to his work, and he did cure things, especially AIDS. And it's another brother. Y'all look at this, y'all, before I close this video. I was trying to do it, but my tongue was tipping. I had to talk. It's another brother, light-skinned brother from Oklahoma. He had used goat serum to kill AIDS. The FDA and Bush didn't want that to happen, and he died in 2007. He was in Africa curing people with HIV and AIDS. People on the comments were saying that Bush and the FDA had him killed. I believe that too. I'm not saying it is. Don't quote me, y'all. Don't you say. I believe. It's my belief, okay? I wasn't there. Okay? So, yeah. And they didn't want him. And one sister, young sister, she adopted. She had AIDS. And she was at the NAACP or the Black Caucus back in the early 90s. And, she was a little girl that had HIV. And I think she was on Jerry Spring. I remember when she was a little girl. Now she's grown now. And the adopted mother didn't want to listen to, so she took a trip and we go talk to the doctor, the light-skinned brother in Oklahoma. He couldn't give it out. So while he turned around, she stole it, put it in her bag, and she said she gave the little girl, and the girl was jumping like she said, well, it helped her. because the HIV was tearing her out and everything else. So a lot of folks don't understand they had shot a plane years ago when folks were trying to get cured. This is biological warfare because they want people of color to die of HIV and Ebola and all this other stuff. And Vasha also talked about how the white man down there in South Africa had admitted that he was giving out HIV to those Africans down there in South Africa. So do you understand that? Yeah. So when Nipsey got killed, it might be gang members, but conspired folks don't look like them brothers. Thank you. If you in the city that crack cocaine was made, not in the hood, but Dr. Jolie West, CIA. Hello, thank you. Be careful. You're going to tell the people who under the status quo to be healthy and go against the genocide that's against us. That's the reason why he was killed. Yeah, remember Malcolm X was killed by folks initially, and I don't care anybody say. They always trying to point the FBI was involved. Yes, it was. And it was what's the name? J. Edgar Hoover. Okay. But folks forget that H.L. Hunt in Dallas gave money to the Nation of Islam, and he was part of the Ku Klux Klan. They had King to kill. And LBJ was no good. He had Martin King killed. He had Robert Kennedy killed as well. So when this man came out and said, Malcolm X said that the Nation of Islam was part of the Ku Klux Klan, I don't see no purely white men, whether they light skin or dark, at that meeting when he was, remember when Denzel Washington played him and he do a speech and they shot, nigga, get out of here in my pocket, remember? And they start shooting. Yeah, it was some stupid brothers who was not only involved with the NOI, excuse me, they're also involved with the FBI with J. Edgar Hoover because it was conspired together, and then probably H.L. Hunt had something to do with that mess. If you had Kennedy killed, you had and later on had Martin King killed before the Poor People's March. You get all these other people at 9-10 because you're leaders trying to stop the status quo of attacking the underclass, the classified underclass, if you know what I mean. All right, that's all I gotta say. So what happened to Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul. But yes, y'all, just like they have the Ark and Harkish and everything else, this is serious. They're trying to get us left and right. The stuff in the hood that you buy is not always healthy. Something not only outdated. Notice that in the higher class area, you see stuff like Whole Food stores, organic restaurants and stuff. In the hood, you see, McDonald's, Popeyes, the fattening food. And you notice they don't put olive oil in their chicken, okay? Cook with olive oil in the McDonald's burgers. Hello, it's designed. Now, I like that we got to stop. We got to limit our food, or don't eat the food at all, or cook our own food at home, okay? And then stop going to the Pookie, Ray Ray, Loco, Jose, and Vato Loco down there, okay, I'm talking about who sell crack cocaine and weed and kush. Go to Whole Food store and get some real drugs that herbs and vitamins to help you behind. Now, didn't I say Matcha is my kush? Okay, matcha is a Japanese green tea. It helps you think good. It's better than coffee. It has caffeine in it. You look young, okay, because it's green tea. You can lose weight. And you be energetic, okay? And they get my point, y'all. That's why, and matcha is my kush. Not marijuana, not fake marijuana. Matcha that they have in Japan. And you notice that they're selling that mostly, because I go to the HEB and Fiesta, and it's the cheapest one. I buy a cheap one to save money, but they got expensive brands. Yeah, to the wealthy white high class people who are drinking that. Okay, they came out of Japan now, not Europe now. Look at this, okay, because it's gonna help them do well in work, do well in exercise, do well in their health and everything else to survive longer. Because remember, the reason why Trump is president is because it's their population, the white population, pure white population, dying, trying to build a wall, trying to get us killed by police officers. This is trying to stop that people of color rising above the white population. That's why he was killed, because majority of the cases are now targeting minorities. And before I go, yes, it's not just brothers in gay, bisexual, or straight relationships, or the sisters. It's also attacking Latinos too. Let me be honest with you. No newspaper like to keep Latino issues hush hush. Because when I was in El Paso, all the sex clubs and stuff, when I would go visit the Catholic Apologetic, do a guy's name at St. Pius in 2006, me and my Latino homie, and we were trying to learn about the Bible and the Catholic faith in that church. And of course, I know about apologetics, and there's a woman who was signing a petition to get rid of the pornography because people are using pornography in El Paso, and it's increasing sex diseases, sex related diseases like HIV and syphilis. Yes, okay. And I know when I went to El Paso, there's a lot of sex. I mean, for real. I mean, strip club like Jaguars, Foxy's. The one I was talking about, the SPM, one of allowing people underage to work in. What's the one called Naked Harm? Okay, and you see it everywhere you go, and people are very horny down there. And yes, okay, they had George D.I.T. They had a sex thing, and it's straight and gay people go there because I know a gay dude who was going behind the somewhere in them stores and doing some sex things with some dude. For real. So, yeah, so it's in all areas, yes. And that's true. So, of course, people who look at the porn, they not thinking about no health, they getting horny. And they just do the sex, and they catch disease. Okay? For real. I mean, for real. And that's mostly like Latino area. So, understand it. And, in Atlanta, it's capital HIV now, okay? Besides, first it was San Francisco. Do you get my point? So they're targeting minorities to do unhealthy ways instead of Nipsey Hussle to do unhealthy. Talking about nigga, killing, this and that, and bitch hoe, and I fuck that bitch and kill that whole type of mess. No, he's getting away from it. He's doing something positive. He gets shot. Yes, because the powers to be don't want a brother. And this dude was from not Ethiopia. He's from Eritrea, right next to Ethiopia. Yes, he was from Africa, the East African people. He was of descent, Eritrea descent, and he was doing something positive to get folks of color out of that mess in LA. So shout out to him. God rest his soul. But no. They want people of color, I've been saying Hispanic, to kill an Asian, to kill each other, cause fights amongst each other. That's what they want us to do, so we can all go away and be a white city, a white population. And yes, notice that they put abortion clinics in the hood, the barrio, and they put fertility clinics in the white neighborhood. Anything, if real wealthy neighborhood, and they get married, we're talking about white privilege, right? It's not just discrimination. You see what they put in the area, the red line, okay? Listen to me, y'all, red line. In that red line, the white wealthy area have all the best, and the minorities, or African Hispanic, have the worst. Yes, y'all. Woo! So if you are a rapper of African descent, he's not African, he's not ADOS, but he's African descent, and with some Semitic background because they're very mixed down there in the East Africa area, like Ethiopia and Eritrea, what's it called? It's Eritrea, whatever it's called, in Somalia. Okay, the Arab mix and everything else. And that's why he's had so-called good hair, okay? And camera skin like myself. He was breaking that barrier, and they didn't like that. Oh, no, they didn't want him to talk about bitch and hoe, nigga, and everything else. And destructive things, and keep us a path of destruction. But he was getting out. He 36. Oh, one thing about us, we're not millennials. Generation X, we're getting close to 30 and 40. We're going to teach that bad generation under us to get out. We're gonna be them the leaders. Remember, we fought against the corrupt baby boomers who led the destruction because they don't really probably got cracked on the baby boomers. Yes, the same generation saying, "Well, my mom whipped my ass and snap." But my question is, why you was in our jail doing crack if the mom and your dad whip your ass and make you do straight? I would love to ask that question. If getting the ass whooping and getting beat up and knocked in the head like you're not human to get you to do right, then stop that mess. Then why you got older and then the opposite ready? I would love to ask that question, okay? Yes. So my point is, I don't know what's going on. My point is That's the reason why Nipsey Hussle was killed, because he hit 910. In my opinion, it was somebody in the hood who had connection with those powers to be that looked like white folks. 910, told these brothers being coons and maybe some coconut coons thugs, okay, chose the whoever it was to go kill this brother because he was doing something positive to uplift the people so they could not no longer be in the economic and health-wise barrier, okay? You get my point. Look at this, y'all. If he got to get mad, Dr. Selby, and they got him killed, and he was curing AIDS and stuff, and look at this idea that when you go to the white neighborhood in Whole Food store and all these wealthy stuff and health and wealth stuff, I call it like it is. And unhealthy, the hood, you have Mexican food and soul food, I'm calling like it is, and Chinese food with a bunch of grease and stuff, and folks getting diabetes and heart disease and anything else in them areas. Okay? No, they ain't selling no brown sugar, selling white sugar, bleached flour. Yes, you do some fried chicken. Use unbleached flour, y'all, with olive or coconut oil. Do not use bleached flour. Okay? Get some black seed oil. Okay, yeah. See, y'all, thank you. Black seed oil help me for my asthma. Thank you. And it help you for hair growth too now, okay? And your skin, yes. I mix in my coconut oil. Yep, okay, thank you. Real. So all the healthy stuff. They don't want you to get the good stuff. They want you to get the worst. The beauty products, all that stuff. See, you saying, yeah, probably if you get some hair pills at Hostess, so you don't have to get no doggone weave and wigs and hair hats. No offense, but it's the truth. They want you to get the official brand and the weaves and weave and whatsoever. You get my point. When you actually grow your straight, you can stretch your hair and grow it with some herbs and vitamins. I mean, the point is that they don't want you to know this stuff. They want you to be ignorant and stay in the economic buyer, because the rich, wealthy, high class people who don't want you to know that want you to be dumb, because if you be dumb, you stay where you at. You be healthy and knowledgeable. You be where they at, and they don't want to see that happen. So that's why he was killed. It wasn't just like I said, hood dumb folks who killed. It was someone behind them who don't look like them, who got money and wealth and living good and everything, eating some shrimps, we don't call it, and T-bone steaks, and make sure you don't get that mess. That's who 910 killed him. That's all I gotta say.